Warm welcome to all of you. My today's presentation topic is physiochemical properties in relation to biological action. So now let's start it. The prerequisite of today's presentation is to provide understanding of principle of medicinal chemistry. So it is necessary to consider the physiochemical property used to develop new pharmacological active compound and their mechanism of action and their drugs metabolism and the importance of histochemistry in relationship to or in relation to biological activity. It is very important to get understand that this thing. So objective of today's presentation is to understand various physiochemical properties and their relationship to drugs biological action and so let's study it.
So the next parameter, that is partition coefficient, and this partition coefficient is represented by log p value, and the partition coefficient is one of the most and important parameter in a physicochemical property which influence the drug transport and distribution. In this partition coefficient is parameter, we will going to study the way in which the drug reaches from the site of administration to the site of action, and the partition coefficient is simply, you can define it as a equilibrium constant of drug concentration for unionized drug or ionized drug in two phase or two different immiscible phase, like for the unionized molecule, the drug in a lipid phase divided by a drug in a water phase. That means the our drug may be distributed in a lipid and maybe it distributed in aqueous phase. Similarly, for the ionized drug, that is acid, base, salt, etc., and its distribution in lipid phase and its distribution in water phase. That another thing, that is 1 minus A. A is simply degree of ionization in aqueous solution. So we can say that the partition coefficient affect the drug transport characteristic. So the distribution contribution of each functional group and structural arrangement help to determine the lipophilicity and hydrophilicity characteristic of drug. In earlier class, I have discussed that the your drugs, whatever they have important pharmacophore or important moiety, they represent a specific characteristic. That means, suppose your drug having a hydroxy group, amine group, that means it represents the hydrophilicity. Or suppose your drug having more hydrocarbon, that means they represent a more lipophilicity. So it more likely to soluble in lipid. So this parameter, this form partition coefficient is important for the study of QSAR. That I think you all know that the QSAR is a quantitative structure activity relationship. So you will study about that in the higher class. Now comes to the next slide. And what are the factors that affect the partition coefficients? There is four factors that affect or directly impact the partition coefficient of any drug. That is pH, and then another is a co-solvent. I think in earlier lecture I have discussed that the co-solvent impact and surfactant impact and complexation and chelation impact. So the partition coefficient are difficult to measure in living system directly. You will study about this. You can study this thing by in vitro study. I think you all know the in vitro, in vivo. So you can adopt this technique. They are usually determined in vitro of 1-octanol as a lipid phase of phosphate buffer of pH, that is a 5 or 7.4 as a aqueous phase. So one of the major technique, that is adopt water or octanol ratio, and you can adopt this technique to measure any drugs partition coefficient. So octanol as a lipid phase, because it has a more polar or more non-polar region having it, so it's water, oil and water is easily to measure, and oil and water often correlate with many biological properties, so it can be predicted easy using a computational mode, so because of this easiness, octanol and water ratio always used to measure any compounds partition coefficient, so the partition coefficient P is dimensionless and its logarithm log P is widely used as a measure of lipophilicity. Whatever, suppose your drug having a lipophilicity less than 5, that means it is more likely to cross CNS, or that is a triple B, that is called blood-brain barrier. It will be easily crossed from that area. So log P is measured by the following method, that is a Sec flask method. You can adopt this technique, and chromatographic method HPLC, that is an high performance liquid chromatography. You can also use these two techniques to measure log P value. And another example will study one by one. That is a phenobarbital has a high lipid water rate partition coefficient, that is 5.9. The thiopentant sodium has a chloroform water partition coefficient around whatever, and a soluble in a lipid, and hence the thiopentant sodium is used as an ultra short acting biological compound. What are the importance of partition coefficient in relationship to biological activity of a drug? It is generally used in combination with the pK to predict the distribution and transport of drug in biological system. And the factors such as absorption, excretion, penetration of the CNS may be directly related to the log P value. In earlier slide, I told you that the suppose your drug having a log P value less than 5, that means it has a more ability to cross triple B or CNS. It will have a more biological activity in CNS. So drug should be designed with the lowest possibility. That means your drug, suppose your drug having more toxicity, so your target must be to reduce their toxicity or their log P value, and so you will get ultimately optimized drug, and to reduce their non-specific binding, you can also reduce their log P value, or change their log P value to get a specific binding. So another example, that is aqueous solubility. Suppose your drug having a log P value more, that means their aqueous solubility will be less. And their suppose log P value is high, that means their binding ability to metabolizing enzyme will be high. And their suppose your drug having a more log P value, that means their absorption through the same membrane will be high as compared to other drugs. So these are the various parameters that you can check by the various software, and various software is also available. One of the software that is used to measure log P value of any unknown drug, that is Swiss ADME. You can also use it, or you can also access it through its web version or its licensed version. Another parameter, that is hydrogen bond. I think you all aware with these things. Hydrogen bond is indicated by the dotted line. So hydrogen bond is a special dipole interaction between hydrogen atom in a polar functional group, like amine group, hydroxy group, thio group, and fluorine hydrogen group, and other electronegative atom like oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and phosphorus. And these are the various atoms that are able to form hydrogen bond within the other compound or other heteroatoms, hydrogen atom. And dipole result from the unequal sharing of electron. That means you all know that the dipole, wherever it occur, it will be cause of sharing of electron between two atoms, and with covalent bond, and these are weak bond or denoted as a dotted line. I told you that the compound that are capable of forming hydrogen bond is only soluble in water. So that means that those compound having a ability to form a hydrogen bond within a molecule, or with another molecule, that means they are more easily soluble in water. Hydrogen bonding, so we can classify this into two types. One is the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, and second one is the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding, it is generally occur between more than two molecule of the same molecule or the different compound, and because of this, it cause the increase of boiling point of the compound, and its increase of molecular weight of compound. Hence, the more energy you require to break their bond, or you require to break this molecule for the vaporization. So now comes to the next slide. So these are the various example of hydrogen bonding. So here is some example like water molecule having a hydrogen bond between oxygen atom and hydrogen atom, that is indicated by dotted line. Similarly, ammonia group also having a hydrogen bond between a nitrogen atom and hydrogen atom, that is indicated by dotted line. Similarly, in a heteromolecule, that is a water molecule and ammonia molecule, in which oxygen atom, hydrogen atom having a hydrogen bond, that is indicated by dotted line. So you can check all the hydrogen bond wherever you see that, you will find that it is indicated by dotted line or something where. So now comes to the next, that is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So generally intramolecular hydrogen bonding occurs within a two atom of same molecule or same compound, and this type of bonding is known as chelation or frequently occur in organic compound. And sometimes H bond or hydrogen bond develop in 6 member or 5 member rings, and due to this it will cause a decrease of boiling point or decrease of melting point, and also impact their uh, interaction between receptor and with the drugs interaction with the particular receptor, and so it also cause like salicylic acid having a hydrogen bond between a oxygen atom of same molecule with a same molecule hydrogen bond, and that is indicated by a dotted line. Similarly, and nitrophenol, that is another compound that is having a hydrogen bond within the same compound. So now comes to the next slide, will have their impact on. So example of intramolecular hydrogen bonding, like hydrogen bonding or biological activity relationship. And so like antipyrin, I think you're well aware that the 1-phenyl 2,3-dimethyl 5-pyrazolone has analgesic activity. And similarly, another its analog, that is a 1-phenyl 3-methyl 5-pyrazolone, is an inactive form because of it has an intermolecular hydrogen bonding. And in a similar cases like a para and meta hydroxybenzoic acid are inactive because of it has intermolecular bonding. And in a similar way, salicylic acid also having a intramolecular hydrogen bond. Because of this hydrogen bond, it so some analgesic activity or antifungal activity. So now comes to the next. What are the effect of hydrogen bonding of any compound in relationship to biological activity? So you can check that the physicochemical property will impact highly on this hydrogen bond or due to this hydrogen bond. Like one of the effect, that is a boiling point, melting point, and water solubility, that is indicated by drugs oral route administration, and strength of acid and spectroscopy property. Some of compound having hydrogen bond, that means their appearance on UV spectroscopy and IR spectroscopy will change definitely, and on the surface tension and viscosity, it also impact on that thing. And biological product, whatever drug having types of hydrogen bond, suppose they have a intramolecular hydrogen bond, that means their biological activity will be high as compared to intramolecular hydrogen bond having compound. So drug receptor interaction also impact from this hydrogen bond, and you can say that these are the references. You can also use these references for the more study. And thank you very much to all of you.